Hey everyone, Una of Little Own Nutrition coming at you for a second time this week. Something I wanted to talk about on here is why I don't encourage or support diets like Slimming World and Weight Watchers. I get asked about that a lot, and I'm realising now that I'm back in Ireland how popular these diets are. So I'm just going to cover some of my main concerns and main issues with these diets. So first of all, something that I think is just so important to mention because they don't mention it themselves, and that is that they are diets and weight is at the core, not health and not wellness. So what do I mean? You know, Weight Watchers and Slimming World in particular advertise themselves as this, it's a lifestyle change, it's not a diet. But it is a diet because weight is at the core of it. Weekly meetings are all about the weigh-in, and you are deemed good or bad based on your weight that week. And that's not what is healthy. So first of all, why? Well, we know that weight and health are not kind of directly correlated necessarily. So yes, there are health concerns that do increase in risk as weight increases, but that is also related to a range of other factors, you know, like I've talked about this before, your socioeconomic status, your educational attainment, your exercise, your sleep, your stress, all the rest of it. Weight is not necessarily the most important thing for health. What's more is the weekly weighing is really not helpful. So our body is very good at self-regulating weight. So we like to keep things at an even keel all the time. So our body will maintain weight within a few pounds either way all the time. And mostly changes in our weight are related to our water. So, you know, days when you maybe exercised a lot or drank a lot of water, or if you're a woman in particular, our weight changes a lot throughout the month. So if you're PMS, you will be carrying a lot, like retaining a lot of water, you have that bloaty feeling, we all know. So all those things influence our water retention, and that influences our weight. So when you're at these weekly meetings and you're fretting over a pound of weight gain, it's probably water weight. Or maybe, you know, you had a big meal at lunch and that's just still sitting in your digestive system, or maybe you haven't passed bowel today and that's sitting in your digestive system. It's not fat. It's absolute nonsense to think that your body is just like, oh yeah, I just lost that fat there overnight. And the other thing is, it makes people weigh themselves kind of every day because you want to know before the meeting whether you've lost weight or gained weight this week. And weighing yourself every day, you know, again, you're weighing not fat, not muscle. It's just pointless. The next thing is that what these diet plans do is they create these arbitrary food rules and regulations that don't actually educate you on nutrition or health at all. So like an example is, you know, on Slimming World you can have as much fruit as you want, but more than a quarter of an avocado is too many sins for the day, because it has a lot of calories. And as a nutritionist, I look at a rule like that and I think, well, avocados are full of nutrients, so we should be encouraging people to have more fruit and veg like avocados, and encouraging them to limit maybe sugary products like Curly Wurlies, which are, I think, only a couple of sins on Slimming World. And why do they do that? Not because it works, but rather because the rules are so like this, and they change all the time and they add products to their range. And what that does is it makes you as a customer of theirs or as a member of theirs keep buying the products to keep up to date about what you're allowed to have and what you can't have, and what products they've brought out that you're allowed to have as much if you want. Blah, blah, blah. It's all a marketing ploy to keep you spending money with them. That's all it is. And the other concern for me is that you are constantly logging food or points or sins or calories or whatever. And why do I have an issue with that? There is so much scientific evidence to tell us that when we write down everything that we eat, or when we log all our calories, all that kind of stuff, it makes us really preoccupied with food. It makes us obsess over it, and it makes our behavior obsessive. So, you might be afraid then to have avocado because you think that's too high in calories. I can't have that. And things like that. And we know that that kind of disordered pattern of eating and that disordered behavior around food, for about 25% or a quarter of people, that will lead to a full-blown eating disorder. And that's really scary. And that's something we should not ever be promoting. And so that's why I don't support these diet programs. Because, and I'm going to keep calling it a diet. By saying it's not a diet, you're absolutely after falling for the marketing. If it looks like a diet, it's a diet. And this definitely is a diet. And even if Weight Watchers has rebranded to Wellness That Works, it's 100% still a weight loss diet that doesn't work. So if you have any questions about dieting or anything like that, please feel free to get in touch with me and I will help you as best I can. If you want an alternative to dieting, check out my non-diet plan. Info on that over on the Little O Nutrition blog, littleonutrition.com. I'll talk to you all again soon.